last year we celebrated 500 years of the Reformation. Well, the Reformation never came to the Spanish-speaking world, because while the Reformation was taking place in Europe, there was a queen in Spain who made it her mission in life to be the protector of Catholicism. And so there was something else going on that we might remember called the Spanish Inquisition. And so while the Spanish Inquisition is going on, Queen Isabella is also sending conquistadors to conquer land. And so in what we now know of the Spanish-speaking world, Spain was conquering these lands all while the Reformation is taking place. And so in the Spanish-speaking world, we never had the Reformation. We never had a taste of the Reformation. And so what's happening now is we're seeing flames of awakenings, flames of gospel growth that are very exciting. So for us, we're praying that this awakening, might turn into a revival, and that a revival might turn into a reformation. And one of the most exciting things is that we're seeing God use particular brothers whom He's given lots of influence in the Spanish-speaking world. And one of them is Miguel Nunez, who is a pastor in the Dominican Republic. And Miguel is also a member of the Gospel Coalition Council. And Miguel's a medical doctor that the Lord saved. He and his wife, both medical doctors, went back to the Dominican Republic, started a church, and the Lord has blessed that church, bless his ministry, wisdom, and integrity, and they are producing media that's going throughout the Spanish-speaking world. And also Sujel Michelin, another pastor in the Dominican Republic, also in Santo Domingo, who these two brothers have been traveling throughout Latin America and have been seeing a response to the gospel that's kind of like our Young, Restless, and Reformed movement that we saw begin 10 years ago. We're kind of in the midst of that in the Spanish-speaking world. Other brothers that the Lord has used is Paul Washer. I think even some American Christians have been familiar with Paul Washer through his YouTube videos. But what we're seeing is a hunger in the Spanish-speaking world. And so they're downloading John Piper, Tim Keller, Mark Dever, Matt Chandler. They're downloading all these brothers that are in this Young, Restless, Reformed movement. They're taking it in, they're disseminating that, and this media is being reproduced so that there are a lot of influences. And so, these brothers, we're trying to raise up the next generation of Hispanic theologians, historians, and teachers. So right now, through different publishers, we are actually writing original works in Spanish, in theology and history and biblical manhood and womanhood. All the things that are translated are good, they're wonderful and helpful, but we want to see Hispanic brothers and sisters who will write good material in the native tongue for native speakers in the Spanish-speaking world. And the one prayer request I would have is that for some reason we're not quite seeing the same thing in North America. Here in the United States, it's much more difficult work. And so I would pray that what we're seeing throughout the Spanish-speaking world in Latin America, that we would see also begin to take root here in the United States.